If there's ever a time to be away from your system, to be away from your charts, the time is now. As we have the FOMC statement coming out in a bit, approximately 2 hours from now. Hi, it's a pleasure having you guys here. My name is Tolu of CSA Forex, and we're going to be looking at the FOMC with respect to the volatility, with respect to the increase in spread, whipsaw, slippage, and other things that could easily occur. Today is Wednesday, July 26th, and approximately 2 hours from now, we're going to be having the news coming out at 1930 hours, which is UK time. And if you look very well, everything is to the US dollar and everything is high impact news. And it's the FOMC that we're going to be having in a bit. Now, trust me, the market is going to react to this violently in one way or the other. Could easily be bullish, could easily be bearish. I'm not going to be making any prediction because even if they all happen to be green, which is saying bullish, should be buying the US dollar, the US dollar could also tank initially to a place of support. But the market could react in any way depending on what we have here, right? So I always tell traders you need to be careful, ensure that you use proper stop loss, ensure that you also calculate your risk appropriately, or worst case, sit on your hands. Worst case, do not be anywhere in the trade or on your chart, especially for the DXY, the dollar denominated pairs, the major currency pairs and the likes. Now, quickly, let's jump into the charts. I'm going to show you the charts, what's happening with the chart now, to give us another idea what we should be expecting. As we always say, it's very important that we combine the fundamentals and the technicals together. So we had fundamentals coming out in approximately 2 hours, but the technicals, this is the DXY, the dollar index, right? USD from the 1 hour time frame perspective. And you can see we had here R as the resistance area. This was former support, and it acted as resistance. And we have here D as demand, right? So you have here demand. You can see price is presently sitting at the area of demand. Normally, at the area of demand, you'll be expecting price to what? To appreciate from the area of demand. That's what we should be expecting normally. And as we always say, whenever we have high impact news, the news tends to act as a catalyst. So the question now is it going to act as a catalyst over here and is it going to push higher violently, or is it going to smash through this area, right? And then this area now becomes the area of supply, the area of resistance for a pullback, and then it drop down further. Who knows, right? Only time will tell, only time will reveal. So we have to wait for the news to come out. But you can see from now, the time of the news is probably going to hover around this area of demand. And then when the news drops, if it is positive for the dollar, then we could have it rush up in this manner. And if it is not, then it might probably break this support. But this support is where I can tell you, this area of support or demand is where I can tell you that traders are there already placing their buy positions, or maybe they have their buy limit or buy stop or whatever the case is, depending on how they want to enter, they're already there waiting. And with this dollar, of course, if you look at the likes of like the Euro, USD, and the pounds, USD, that's the fiber and the cable, you'll notice that it is a sell that we should be looking out for the Euro USD. Beautiful. So you can see here, it's presently at this area of supply, and this is where it is now, just the same scenario with the dollar that we looked at now, the DXY. So if you look as well, you have like a sort of flag pattern here as it's pushing higher. So this is the place where you like to load your shorts, put your stop loss above with your take profit here, and maybe you could even break lower to the lows over here and give you more profit. But as we said, only time will tell. So make sure if you're going to place a trade here, because kindly note as a disclaimer that the information we're sharing is strictly for educational purposes and not used as a form of signal. Because if you're going to take this trade, especially as you have high impact news coming out, you need to be aware that it could easily be a loss, meaning that you need to ensure that your stop loss is in place. Also ensure that your volume, your lot size has been well calculated based on your account balance. And then you take the trade, and if it's a loss, you accept it because it is part of the business. There is no strategy that is 100%. You tend to have losses from now and then, so make sure you are well prepared, right? So this is what we have over here for the EurUsd, and you can see it's at the area of supply, area of resistance, and if it goes according to plan, from here it should be down. And this is the EurUsd, and then also the cable GbpUsd. You can see what we have over here. This was an area of resistance, and then we had support, and then you had a little resistance here. And now it is back to this area. So this could also be a good one for shorts, and then take us back to this area here, where we have a bunch of support, as you can see, support over here. This could be a good one over here, or we could get to the final place over here, or the lows here. So we need to exercise patience, wait for the news to come out, and then approach it properly. So don't forget, FOMC is high impact news. Based on the high volatility that will be introduced, you could have some things that could occur, like the spread could easily increase. You could easily have whipsaws. You could even have whipsaws. You could even have slippage. Slippage is also something to pay attention to, because it simply means that where you set your penny orders, it might not trigger there, it might trigger somewhere else, and then easily give you more losses and so on. So be careful. And of course, after this, we'll do an update to find out how the market played out. If it played out according to our analysis here, good. And if it didn't and you entered, make sure your stop loss is in place, make sure your risk is well calculated, and so on. So I'm going to be ending here. And then after the FOMC statement, we'll do another update video to see how it played out. Thank you guys. If the video was helpful in any way, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and then of course, comment if you have any question whatsoever. Enjoy the rest of the day, trade safely, and catch you later. Cheers.